This post in the vent subreddit had me laughing. She said, "Nosy neighbor keeps pushing her dumb but hot son on me." She says, "I got this neighbor. Let's call her Miss Tower of Power because this woman is tall, nosy, and all up in everybody's business. She's got her eyes on everything. If you sneeze, she's at your door with a tissue and a list of questions about your allergies. Miss Tower has a son. He's fine, like fine. If looks were a job, he'd be the CEO. But if brains were a job, he'd be fired." This man has the personality of a wet paper towel and the conversation skills of a rock. I tried to be nice at first, but after he asked me for the third time what my favorite color was, like he didn't already ask that like 2 months ago, I had to shut it down respectfully, and I thought that was that. But no, Miss Tower is obsessed with the idea of me and her son being together. Every time I see her, she's like, "Oh, my son was just asking about you." Girl, no, he wasn't. He doesn't even know what day it is. Then she'll say, "You two would be so cute together." Ma'am, I don't need cute. I need someone who can hold a conversation about something other than the weather. She'll be like, "Oh, he's outside fixing his car. You should go talk to him." Child, I don't care about his car. I don't care about his job. I don't care about his favorite color. I told him months ago to leave me alone, and now I'm stuck dodging both him and his mama like I'm in a real life game of Survivor. Do I just move to a new neighborhood and change my name? Because I'm tired, honestly. Mama is tired. Mama is tired of this loaf of a man. She's tired and she needs to pawn this person off with somebody else before she gets way too exhausted and before she leaves this planet. She knows that her son needs a nurse and a purse or something. He needs a caretaker, and she's going to have to find a caretaker, but she's just trying to find someone that'll just take him for free because a caretaker would cost money. Okay, so this person, Mal, says, "Let me guess, you're from Asia or the Middle East?" And the OP says North Africa. So Mal says, "Mother's advertising for sons is very much here. P.S. I'm from one of the mentioned places above." People are so unserious. Competitive Focus says, "I understand this must be very annoying for you, but I also just selfishly want to read at least 25 more rants about Miss Tower." Sammy says, "I'm still waiting for her favorite color." And then the OP says blue. All right, so Renowned says, "That's cool. My favorite color is green. What's yours?" I said, these people are so unserious. Not Old Yet says, "I see what you did there. It spit Gatorade all over when I read it. Thanks." Yes, because these people are so unserious and silly. Dragon Raptor says, "So, OP, great story and all, but what is your favorite color?" And then the OP says, "I don't have one anymore." And then Dragon says, "No wonder he asked again. There was nothing to remember." Okay, Talking Willis says, "This needs to be a sitcom. An OP could get rich saying, 'My favorite color is blue,' while rolling her eyes." And then the OP says, "In the season finale, me moving to a new neighborhood only to find out Miss Tower's sister lives next door." And then Talking Willis says, "Plot twist. She's a dedicated baker and tries to ply you with delicious treats to date her dumbass nephew. She is Miss Tower of Flour." Okay, this is not the last screenshot because I got to get to the next page where the OP responds. She says, "Oh my God, Miss Tower of Flour took me out. Imagine her showing up at my door with a tray of cookies saying, 'I made these just for you and my son.' Child, I'd be torn between my sweet tooth and my sanity." This next person says, "That's genius." But the whole thing is, they went from laughing with this story to creating something all in the comment section. The comment section is where the comedy gold comes out. And yeah, sometimes we need these chuckles in this political climate and this environment. So hopefully you enjoyed this one too. Join the conversation, add what you need to add. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. So I love that women are sharing their dating experiences on social media platforms. This woman named Agdalosa says, "Ladies and gentlemen, men, She says, context, we went on a date once. He asked me to join him for breakfast twice, but I'm not a morning person. He then proceeded on saying, I'll always be his lady, but it's hard not to meet other women. I said no to meeting him again, and this is his response. Okay, he says, I still miss you and hope I can see you one of these days. Just get a bite to eat of a coffee. Enjoy your day. Kissing emoji, let me know. Getting a bite to eat of a coffee. Okay. She says, there's no point, Save. I told you I can't stay in that kind of relationship you want. For sure, someone will say yes, but not me. Be safe. Okay, so I had to make this a bit bigger. She's not looking for that type of relationship. And she's like, okay, be safe. Someone else will say yes. And he says, it was just a phase. So asking her out was just a phase. It was just a phase, to be honest. Don't want to keep doing that. I'm more focused now on my journey now. I was just need here, and you could have given me some grace as well, because you couldn't be there for me like I needed you to. You think you're going to find better than me? Sadly, you're sadly mistaken. Men will always be men, especially attractive ones. Just remember what you're walking away from. I'm already seeing a younger you with no kids here and more. Just didn't want to let you go. I'm still here if you need me. Like my D is still here if you need some. She says, ha ha ha, have you seen me? But he goes from asking her out, wanting her to be there, to I'm already seeing someone else who's younger than you and she doesn't have kids. He went through all of that in like two minutes. Okay, it wasn't 2 minutes, 26 to 39 minutes. He went through that. This poor man. Juiced Malone says, oh, this is a masterclass in desperation and backpedaling. First it was, I miss you, let's grab coffee. Then when rejected, suddenly it's, oh, that was just a phase. Then in record time, it turns into a weak attempt at negging. You won't find better than me, while flexing about already having someone younger with no kids. Classic insecure, pick me energy, and yet still leaving the door open with, I'm still here if you need me. I need a picture of him for science. And then she gives a picture of him. But this Juiced Malone really broke him down real quick in everything that he did in that. I'm still here for you, but I got someone better already, but just in case you need it. All right, let's look at this picture a little bit closer. Okay, so here is Save. And this is Agdalosa. Save said in his comments that he had already found a younger her with no kids. And this lady looks pretty young to me. But okay, obviously he's trying to save face. All right, so Reese PBC says, oh, hell no, sis. Prematurely balding with the ashy lip combo plus the narcissistic text. You won't find better than me. Brother, ew. I think he goes, ew, brother, ew. Juiced Malone says, stop. Crystallization says, you can do better than this. What is even this picture? A mugshot of one of P. Diddy's boys. And then he uses this video of this clip with Jim Carrey, like barfing, like, I know you remember that scene. When Juiced Malone did her analysis, she spelled phase correctly. So this person corrected it, saying, you mean phase, F-A-Z-E. SLP says, for me, it was the spelling of phase. Juiced Malone says, big yikes. So there we go. And like Brittany says at the bottom, this, I was like, wow, that was a roller coaster, because it really was a roller coaster. He took us through a lot in that really short passage. Cherry Ash says, girl, you did great blocking him. I asked ChatGPT to briefly analyze the conversation, and this is what it said. The initiator tries to reconnect through guilt and manipulation, implying the responder won't find better while boasting about moving on. Despite this, they contradict themselves by offering to stay available. The responder remains firm and confident, shutting down the conversation with humor and self-assurance. Their final reply dismisses the manipulation, reinforcing their independence and lack of interest. And like me and this woman drawing by Ada, She says, you can use something to decipher messages. I must be living under Patrick Starr's rock. I did not know that ChatGPT would analyze conversations. Me and Drawings by Ada did not know that. So Simlish is not happy with either of them. She says, you're both not the best people. Look at the your she used. And then Agdalosa told her the correct your to use. And then the lady at the bottom says, I knew immediately this was a Negro with a bunch of laugh emojis. Now I'm going to segue to this post from a text subreddit. She says, matched on Hinged, moved to texting. On his profile, it also said, looking for long term. I guess not. So, these people just be typing stuff, I guess. So the man asks, so are you looking for an actual long-term relationship? She says, eventually, yes. I feel it'd be nice to get to know you better, though, on a date. He says, yeah, I don't do that. Figured you'd be down to just hook up, and that's that. But it's a bit of a red flag to me. You want to hold me down and control me. You females are all the same, ruining men's lives because you want something serious. And how do you know what we want? You probably have a high body count and multiple STDs and booty calls to attend to. Jezebel, leave me on read. Okay, whatever. I don't even think you're emotionally ready for handling a man like me. I have my stuff together. I make money. I have a decent sized peen, but you'll never know that because you want a stupid effing relationship, effing harlot. I don't think anyone is emotionally ready to handle a person like this that goes from, having a normal conversation to jumping to all of this. You females are all the same, ruining people's lives. And now talking about dates is controlling them and ruining lives. That's where we are. And that's one of the reasons why I keep saying that these people need to be lonelier because what was that? Some of the comments, Sewer Goddess says, how slutty of you to want a long-term meaningful relationship. Julia says, if you're not down to hook up, you just want to control him. Sewer Goddess says, can't argue with that logic. And the OP says, just full control. Ronaldo says, I'm so sorry. Bitter Picture says, all sluts want to do is settle down and control their men. Crazy About Logic says, OP is totally missing out on some decent sized peen. Jackalope Teeth says, that got me too. I'm sure OP is losing sleep over missing a chance to get some pretty all right wiener. The person at the bottom says, preposterous, I say. Now I'm just going to put a random dating profile in here from James, the Phoenix, who's 51. He says, first off, what woman not on here selling themselves? But anyways, as for myself, I'm looking for a totally submissive woman. I love head and everything else I want and more with no strings attached, not looking to pay. I'm no trick, our client, and I'm not anyone's sugar daddy. I don't pay for any woman's time, our body. Let's see who sees through my sarcasm. So if you understand me, then get to know me. And I'm married. If that's a problem, I understand completely. The right woman will understand. That person does not like to use periods or commas at all. And what sarcasm? There's no sarcasm there. All they're looking for is for a woman's body with no strings attached at all. And he has the nerve to be married, talking about if that's a problem, I completely understand. This is the reason why these people don't deserve marriage and they do deserve to be lonelier. And this is another picture, kind of like a deformed milk dud on top of a neck. But he says, my idea of a perfect day is being woke up to some head. These people are unwilling to talk to women like humans. All of those interactions, all three of these text messages, exchanges, the dating profiles are just atrocious. And I feel like they are getting worse. Y'all chime in. Let me know what you think. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. So this woman, Forbidden Lady, started this conversation on Threads saying, I have a dilemma. My boyfriend has an issue with my best friend because he's a male. He's been my boyfriend since we were kids. Nothing has ever happened. I mean, nothing. He's my rider for sure. I told my boyfriend that they should meet and talk so they can rid any animosity. He said no, that I just need to stop talking to him. My thing is, this is a 15+ year friendship versus an 8-month relationship. I'm not giving up my platonic best friend for 8 months that I don't even know where it's going. So this woman had this friend before these two decided to be in a monogamous relationship. He should not have gotten involved with this woman if he didn't feel secure with the fact that she had a male best friend. He should have put that out there. I am not dating or being with a woman with a male best friend, because he thinks that now that he's in there, he's attached. He's been attached for a whopping 8 months, that he thinks that he can control her friendship. And she's like, no, I'm not going to do it. And so now she says, I feel like he may just be controlling, and this is a red flag that I should run from. Or should I respect his wishes? But shouldn't my man be confident in me when I say it's platonic and there's nothing being hidden or to be threatened by? I choose my best friend. He's going to have to deal with it. Am I wrong in being naive? You're not being wrong in being naive. He just got there. He's trying to isolate you because this is this one friend right now, but it's going to be something else with a different friend down the line. There's always going to be something. And this is how it starts, with one friend pushing a boundary. And then he gets away with that one. He's going to push another boundary, and to the point where you're isolated, where you don't even recognize your life. All of these red flags and controlling and manipulation tactics are how they get you isolated and completely enmeshed with them and how they want to roll and live life. We have got to move away from this giving up friendships for these romantic relationships. So that's what I say. Tuesday Talaga says he gotta go. The boyfriend in question. He doesn't get to tell you who to speak to. He should want to befriend that man. What a weirdo. Aaron says, tell the boyfriend to F off. Don't let him control you with his insecurities. Rita right here is talking about the male advice that's in the comment section. She says, you're getting bad advice here. Do not throw away friendships away because a guy ordered you to. I too have a male best friend forever for 15 years, and my husband not only accepted him, but they get along great. We both came to this relationship with friends, and we both kept them. I wouldn't be with a man who told me you don't need friends or stop having that friend. Red flags. Lavender says, honestly, he would have gotten dumped for demanding me to do anything, whether it was 8 months or 8 years. Don't tell me what the F to do. And then Mike says to her, you're single too. It's not about control. Y'all swear you can do whatever you want. It's crazy. It's crazy to do what you want with your life. That's their problem. They think that we're children and we have to be like directed and trained. That's the reason why they're always talking about submission and leading, blah, blah, blah. They need a pet. They need a pet. They don't need a relationship. We have another man. He says, when women going to understand, men simply don't want different D's dangling around their woman or woman they are pursuing. P.S. Getting more feminine opinions about a masculine perspective or more women inputs about how a man thinks or feels is nothing less of straight stupidity and dumb, but y'all enjoy. Honestly, it's not really about getting a woman's perspective or a man's perspective. Women should be able to have friendships. And if these people can't do more than be insecure and controlling, they need to figure that out within themselves. And this is one of the reasons why I continue to say that they will remain lonely. They're going to remain in that male loneliness epidemic, which is going to turn into a pandemic, because they believe that friendships should just be discarded simply because someone else is in a relationship. And if they think so lowly of friendships, that's because their friendship bonds are very weak and can be just tossed away just that easily. So that's their problem. And they also don't see women as humans that should be able to control their own life and have some autonomy. So this is one of the reasons why, these people, that's why I keep saying these people need to be lonelier until they see women as fully capable of controlling our own lives. They don't need to be around women. Forbidden Lady says women tend to respond more, but question, I hear what you're saying, but what if the tables were turned? He had a female bestie from childhood. Would it be fair for his woman to say end that friendship? Or if she asked to meet her and he said no, do you then end the relationship or friendship? Why do some men think that platonic relationships can't be real? I don't even think that you can flip the genders on this, because like they see themselves as individuals and they should be able to control their own lives. They don't see women the same. They don't think that we're capable of controlling our own lives. And they think that once they step into that role of being in a relationship with you, that they should get to dictate how you move. So I don't even think that you can flip this and get an answer that's going to be suitable, because it won't flip just as easily. Forbidden Lady, just keep your friend. Another man, he says, when we are in relationships, especially one where there is long-term potential and possibly marriage, we have to choose our partner over our friends. At this point, I would look to see the potential of this relationship to see if it is one for marriage. Your friend should understand this. This is what mature relationships are across the board. And this is the reason why women have got to stop listening to these people. Stop giving up friendships for romantic relationships. There needs to be balance in life. Friendships and romantic relationships can coexist, just like you don't give up any other type of relationships and completely just throw yourself into a relationship. Because if that relationship ends, then you're scrambling and you have no friends left. Do not isolate yourself. Do not give up on all of your friends simply because you're in a relationship. Have some balance about your life. This person says, nobody has to choose their partner over their friends. Anyone who insists otherwise isn't a safe person. And this is the same thing that they do with therapy speak. They take a word that we use and put it into their own arguments. So listen to his response. If your spouse is not comfortable with someone in your life and your relationship, and you don't respect and consider their feelings, then guess who isn't the safe person? So now you're not the safe person because you don't give up your friendships. They should run away from you. Why get married if you aren't going to have respect for your life partner? Just be single. Now, this woman has only been with this man for 8 months, but she's supposed to give up her friendships for a man that she's been seeing. Not even marriage. She's not even married to this person. House of Joanna says, your spouse is not your owner. You are allowed to have friends and a life without their permission. If this gal's boyfriend is insecure because of a lifelong friendship, then he is the problem. He is the red flag. Build a relationship where there is trust. The lack of respect in this scenario is the boyfriend who is saying she can't be trusted to tell the truth and be faithful by insisting she dumped the friend. This is isolating behavior on his part. Exactly. I'm glad that women are pushing back. I'm glad that we're saying these things in the public square. This woman, she had a dilemma, but hopefully she sticks with her guns and says, I choose to stay by my friend, stay with my friend. My friend is going to be there. This man of 8 months could be in and out, and he should be out if he is that insecure and controlling or whatever. He is a red flag, and so are all these men who are just like, throw away your friendship. Absolutely not. Stop doing that. Stop isolating yourself. Stop giving up on friends because of a romantic relationship. Y'all jump in. Let me know what you think about this one. Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Oh, and if you made it this far and you're not yet following me on YouTube, go ahead and smash the follow button. I'm trying to get to 75,000 followers.